Let's take a look at what's really new about ChatGPT Code Interpreter. So if you've ever experimented with ChatGPT and you open up Code Interpreter, it looks really similar, right? This is just an option underneath the models right now. Now this is probably going to change and go out of beta at some point, but it just looks like anything else, right? You still have ChatGPT, you still have the ability to send it chat messages, but the real difference that you want to pay attention to is this plus button right here that says upload file. Now there's lots and lots of other things that you can do with it, but I want to start here because this is one of the most important pieces. Now, one of the things we've always heard is like, it doesn't have my data, it wasn't trained on my data, it can't do anything with my documents, with my files. And this little plus button, that upload file, is what changes that. And that's one of the big differences between ChatGPT and Code Interpreter is now we can give it our data. So I'm just going to open up some fake sales data, and I'm not even going to tell it anything. I'm just going to upload the data and let it take a look at it. So what we see here is Code Interpreter is actually taking our data and it's saying, okay, you've uploaded a CSV file or comma separated value list. You can imagine data that you have in Excel or numbers or whatever it is. Google Sheets, you can export it as CSV file. It could be sales data. It could be whatever, interesting data you have. It could also be documents. It can be PDFs. It can be images. It can be videos. It can be all kinds of things. And so the key is that you can go and upload your own information. Now in the background right here, it's going through and processing and basically reading the file that we uploaded. And you'll see that it's actually discovering what's inside of this data. So I uploaded a data set. It's a fake Excel data set or a comma separated value list that shows a bunch of sales data. We've got orders, order quantity, prices, order dates, addresses, all kinds of interesting things. And it's a bunch of fake order data that I got off of Kaggle. Now, what can we do with this? Well, it's gone and created a simple table. It's showing us what's in the data set. And notice all I did was upload the data set. Well, let's get started. And let's say, for example, can you visualize some of this data? Create 5 interesting visualizations. So I'm just going to tell it to go and select its own things. Go and give us some visualizations of what's in there. Sometimes you get a data set and you don't even know what's in there, or you don't even know where to start in exploring it. Now, the key is that we are uploading our own information, but it's also able to do more than just answer questions based on text like ChatGPT. It can actually go and perform complex analysis by it's writing its own software on the back end. So when you send questions in, when you send documents in, it's actually writing little bits of software to go and process that data that you're giving it, to process the questions that you're asking, and to help you perform things. So in this case right here, it took the data and I said, can you visualize something about it? Give me 5 interesting visualizations. And it says, sure, here's a few ideas. We'll do sales distribution, sales by country, sales by month, sales by deal size, and a correlation heat map. And it describes what all these are, and it's picking out the visualizations based on what it knows is in the data, and then it's visualizing all of it for us. So if we wanted to then go in and drill into these visualizations, which we will do at a later point in time, we could, but the key to this is, before, we didn't have the way, any way to go in and give it our own information. We didn't have a way to give it our own data. And that's a big limitation of the existing model. Now we could copy and paste limited amounts in, but this we can actually go and do large volumes of data, or much larger volumes than before. And we can go and do really interesting things. We can give it our documents, and then it can go and use different tools and write pieces of software to actually interact with the data that we give it.